Hello everybody, my name is Jamy Morrell. I'm here at Desert Beauty. I wanted to do a tutorial for you all, especially the hair lingerie specialists out there, to show you how I perm the hair extensions. I keep getting a lot of requests to see how it's done and what I use, and so I'd love for you guys to check it out. So follow me on over here. So I already pre-rolled a bunch of the extensions. So this particular client, she had this hair, and in the summer she was straightening her hair more, and so she didn't want to perm them this time to match her natural color, and so she decided now she does. So we were able to take her extensions that she already had been wearing for a while, and now we're going to perm them so that she can start wearing her natural texture more. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So these are 12-inch 14B extensions, and what we're going to do here, I already showed you that we pre-rolled most of these because we know how boring that is to sit here and watch me old school roll all of these permed extensions, right? But I just kept them on the clip since she's worn them before and I've cut them before. I don't want to have to go back and reshape everything. So I'm keeping them on the clip, and then I'm going to show you how I roll them. So I like this size perm rod. It seems to be one of the best sizes for almost any curl type. But obviously, based on your client's natural curl, go off of the size of the barrel to determine which curl pattern is going to suit your client the best. This seems to work really, really well and match almost every single client's texture. If they have more of a wave or they want more of a body wave, then just use a bigger one or a smaller one depending on your client. So obviously, back to our old school beauty school technique. We have our perm rod and our perm paper. And all we did was previously shampoo the hair with our Amazing Virtue Recovery Shampoo. It's an incredible shampoo line. It's infused with keratin. Really is incredible on the hair extensions itself to help keep everything intact. So I'm just making sure I'm applying even tension. Get it all rolled up here. Bam. Done. On to my next one. So this is really unique for the extensions that you're able to perm them. Most hair extension lines are going to void the guarantee on curly hair extensions, especially if you, thank you, I need some help here. Always need help. Because a lot of hair extension lines will void the guarantee on the hair quality if you perm or color the extensions. So it really is a testimony to how incredible this hair quality is to the extension line, that we can use it for any texture, any hair type, giving anybody the hair of their dreams, which who doesn't want that, right? So now I have the second step here all set up. My favorite perm line to use is the Redken Perm line. So they make really, really amazing formulas that are super safe on the hair extensions. As you can see, this is blonde hair. So most people are terrified to perm blonde hair, understandably. But I've done this several times now with this Creative Curl by Redken, and it leaves the hair super soft, super shiny and bouncy, the perfect natural curl to the hair. But this one is the actual normal resistant formula. So they make several different formulas, and depending on your client's hair texture, that's the one I would choose. But my client here has a very normal wavy curl pattern to her hair, so that's why I chose this one. So what I like to do is I like to keep everything in a shower cap. It just keeps it clean and neat and organized so that I don't have to have it everywhere and mess anything up. So now I'm going to place all of my perm rods into the shower cap here. And this just makes it nice and easy. There we go. So what I did is basically you can always follow the directions that come in the box if you ever forget. I don't think anyone has ever really remembered the exact way to always perm their hair. So just follow the directions in your box. Super simple, super easy. So now I'm going to apply this solution. So what I want to do is I'm going to use the whole bottle, and I'm going to make sure that I hit every single perm rod and get it completely saturated. So just going through here, individually hitting each one with solution on both sides, making sure it's completely saturated, but staying in my shower cap. So once I use all of the solution, I am now going to set my timer, and I'm going to let it process for 20 minutes. After it's processed for 20 minutes, we will come back. So I have this set for us, so we know exactly how long it's going to take. Ooh, wrong way. There we go. So now we're going to let that process. And we don't need to put it under heat again because it's really not necessary with how blonde the hair is. It'll process just fine being in the cap here. And I'm going to let that sit and process and keeping it covered up. That's plenty. So when we come back, we'll finish the solution steps. There's about 2 more steps to it, and then we'll rinse them out, and then I'm actually going to tone them again because her hair is more like a whiter blonde, so I'm going to go back and tone it after I perm them. You never want to color them before perming because it'll alter the color after you try to perm it, and then you'll have to recolor them, and it'll be just wasting so much time. So we're going to let these process, and then you'll get to see the final result soon. Alright guys, now that we're done with the perm process, we went through after the process for 20 minutes, let it rinse for 5, applied the neutralizing solution for 5, rinsed another 5, and now we unrolled it from all of our perm roms. So now that we have our beautiful, perfect, permed, blonde hair, I am now going to go and tone it so that it's going to blend perfectly and match my client's hair to that perfect, beautiful white blonde that she has. So I'm just going to bring half of these guys over here. And you can see how beautiful that natural curl is already going to turn out for her. So the toner that I'm using is called T18 by Wella, and the name of it is actually called White Lady. And it's probably one of my favorite toners to use because it gets that really perfect shade of white blonde. Because my client who wears these, she is just trying to blend in her natural gray hair, but it's like the luckiest. She's so beautiful. It's like the most perfect natural platinum blonde, and so we just try to blend it in with what her natural is. But we still need to tone these just a little bit more to kind of get not silvery, but just more white in tone of that blonde, so that it's a perfect blend. I'm just going to go through and make sure I really saturate all of these. And I usually will let this process anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, just depending on how well it's going to soak up that toner. Just making sure I saturate roots to ends really evenly, spreading it out. So it's really convenient to keep all of these in their clips, so I know that the same tab is never going to be out of place. I know exactly where I'm going to put it back in the head, and that the tabs will always be stayed together, and nothing will ever be mismatched. And it takes all the thinking and all the guesswork out of it, and having, you know, like one of those giant boards and having to place it on a giant board. You know, having these clips takes all the guesswork out and makes it so much quicker of a process, so you don't have to sit there and think about every little thing you're doing and making sure it's in the right order, and you hope you're putting it in the same place so it doesn't look uneven, and so on. Alright, and that's it. So now we let these guys process, rinse them out, and they'll be set for our curly haired client.